So here we go. And welcome everyone to a new stream. Normally I do stream on Saturday because I am tired from work, but it was not that busy today. And today we're going again, work massively on Blue Utopia, and finally I managed to save my progress to the servers because that backup failed. Error. Well, it's within limits, which is very stupid. Anyway, we're going to work on Blue Utopia, and as you can see, I made something. I tried to make, or like remake, a logo from a funfair ride known as the Eclipse. This ride is owned by a Frenchman, and I've seen it recently in Eindhoven. And today we are going to use this Eclipse to make the background from the first part already. Not actually the first part, but further back in the level. Because we are talking about the part called the boulder. Backgrounds are very important, and I usually suck at making them. And while I was making or trying to replicate and remake the logo from the Eclipse by Frenchman F. Poulier, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. I was quite disgusted by the logo, but now looking back at it, it's actually not that bad. I took a picture of it yesterday when I made it and showed it to my colleagues, like to hear their honest opinion on it. So on the computer at work, I showed the logo I was trying to replicate, while on my phone I showed the picture of the attempted remake, and they said that it was actually not that bad. He said that the Eclipse, which so like this circle, so not including the text, was actually good. And it was actually right. So we are going to finish this by putting these lines more around it. Maybe make it even a bit shorter. And then we will start working on the background for the parts known as the boulder, which is basically the final part. So basically everything that happens after the wave, which is the blue forest. And definitely we'll work a lot on Blue Utopia because I have a goal for when I want to have it finished, which is my birthday. I hope I can get it finished by then. I actually need to do this differently. There's no guarantee that it will happen, but I'll do my best for it. And now it's saved to the servers. That means that when I'm in the night train to Innsbruck, I will be able to load it on my laptop. I'll work on it during the train ride. First we're going to make these lines a bit more centered, because now they were really far out of the thing, out of the Eclipse itself. And I could theoretically just grab the logo on my laptop next to me. However, I also want to have an eye on the chat, so that's why I'm not doing it. Let's see what maybe it's actually better to do it this way, because then I can see it properly. And maybe I need to put more glow here. So I'm going to grab the logo here on my laptop. Then I can use it as a reference. So I think that's right now. It's still a bit too long coming out of the Eclipse itself. So if you put it more further into the eclipse itself, then it's already good, and maybe you can add extra of these circles in it. And of course we're going to add more of the lines around it, but then they're a bit shorter. So more this part there, the lines are very visible, and then here it's actually a bit short. So yeah, this happened unexpectedly because I was just bored. So I was like, yeah, let's just try to replicate a logo from the fun fair, from a fairground ride. A ride I would never ride though. I've seen the Eclipse do a cycle yesterday in Eindhoven, and it's quite terrifying. I think it's actually scarier than Infinity, which is also a terrifying ride. I've never ridden both, but by looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that thing. Then I've one, and then on Monday I'm going back to Eindhoven, to the fun fair, with a few people I know, and one of them is crazy enough to actually ride Infinity. I'm like, man, you have balls of steel. I mean, I would not do that, because it's very tall, and eventually when it, and also of course it's going also upside down. And basically a pendulum that goes higher and higher, and you're eventually also upside down. But eventually it reaches a certain point where it doesn't swing back. But however, it completes a cycle very slowly while you're already hanging upside down. Then you think you're going to swing back, but then it doesn't, because you remain hanging upside down while it's very slowly keeps going to the other side. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one. There are other rides I do dare to ride though. The Reactor, for an example, which is one of my favorites, which is basically a disc that rotates very fast while it's sitting on an arm, which also rotates very fast and is tilting. You're not going upside down, but you're definitely pushed into your seat, like because the G-forces. Also done the Entertainer, which is basically a crazy thing. I mean, it's owned by a German family, and that German operator really makes a show of it. I mean, I've done the ride also in Tilburg, and I don't know why, but every time he yells something into the microphone, it's just funny, and he really gives up a good vibe. It really gives a good vibe to the ride. And also for the people who don't like to get wet, be warned on the Entertainer Das Carousel, because trust me, it's a very fun ride, but you can get wet. Because it has at the front, it has a thing that sprays water. It's not like at full blast like you have at the pool or something, but it sprays water, and if you're unlucky, you're going past it and you're facing that thing. So you get the water in your face. And then if you're lucky, you're further in the position where the vehicle is further away. Now if you're unlucky, you're actually at the position where you're very close. And I've had that once in Tilburg. I wasn't drenched, but I was very wet. I got a full blast on my face. It was funny though. Well, yeah, I think it's actually more intense than a pulley ride. Alright, let's finish this off. Oh shit, I think this one would be better. These two, if we put it more close here. Actually, I'm quite surprised that I actually made this eclipse. And I'm like, yeah, let's make it the boulder, because let's say that in the story you reach the boulder, you escape the city when it's dark. And boulder, as a Dutch person, I know that there's barely anything. Grassland, some here and there a farm or a house, some roads with some street lights or not, or trees, or maybe even a forest. And it's, yeah, there's not much that's hindering the sky. I mean, like, they're not towering buildings. Then, like, yeah, let's just act like it's in a place where there isn't really any light pollution. And basically, light pollution is something it's hard to explain. Where the lights make the sky less good visible. And like, for example, in the desert, there's almost zero. There's like zero light pollution. So therefore, then there you could like see the Milky Way is very good. Oh, in a bustling metropolis, oh, good luck seeing the Milky Way. You're not going to able to see it well. I think maybe we need to also put some more like glow behind this thing. Oh, it's already there. It's not the best thing I made, and it's not the best eclipse ever made, but I mean, it's a good start for me. And definitely not that bad, honestly. And at least we have one background done. Because the other backgrounds for the other parts, which is the metropolitan area, or financial district, or whatever you want to call it. And there it has to be the city background. So Blue Utopia is definitely a level that's really pushing my limits and pushing me to actually experiment even more than I used to do. And try something new. Because now the usual block design I make, it's not fitting with the story and the theme. And now I'm kind of forced to do something different. And that brings me to the experiment phase or something, or whatever you want to call it. And then I'm actually pushing myself to try something new, just like, let's see what that does. So like the curiosity of doing or having an idea and being curious on how it actually looks. Could maybe move that thing more to the left, well, whatever. That's already good color. But man, I'm actually, let's say it again with, yeah. Of course, I will add more stars and more of these rings in it. Even more background glow here. But then we have one background down. And one more to go, because for the blue forest we're already almost kind of done. And theoretically I could use this again as well for the metropolitan area. But I'm not gonna do that, because then it's repetitive and it doesn't match the story I have. Because for the people who didn't know, I kind of made a story for this level. And the story goes following. You finally moved out of your parents' home. And you're looking for a cheap house. Because living and finding a house is already expensive enough. You find a house in the Blue Utopia, like in the Blue City. I haven't really thought about the name of the city yet. So you move there. Paradise was promised if you went there. However, you found out But it's actually worse. Maybe let's go. What? I don't have you for the name city. So you try to. So like, yeah, I'm out of here. So you try to leave. However, the government of the city does really like that. Like, rules are strict. Absurdly strict. And you find it very bad. You find that the rules and their purpose are way too exaggerated. And it's actually more a way for the government, for the local government to take control over you. So you decide to leave. The government tried to stop you. And even tried to hunt you down in the Blue Forest. However, you succeed and escape. And then, as a reward, you decide to live in the polar, outside the city, where you're able also to witness an eclipse. Which is that thing. By the way, let me be clear, by the way. There is no, but actually no possible, or actually political meaning behind the level. The name Blue Utopia came to my head, and I was like, yeah, let's make a story on regarding the name. And yeah, and also actually let's see what the Utopia is. See. A utopia is an imagined perfect society characterized by ideal conditions, law, government, and social harmony. So, key characteristics, and then by the way, this is what Google says, or like Wikipedia. A utopia is an imagined community or society that possesses highly desirable or near perfect qualities for its residents. More than that. Hypothetically, utopias and existing intentional communities that have utopian elements focus on, among other things, equality in the areas of economics, government, and justice, with a method and structure of proposed implementation varying according to ideology. So, maybe I might have it wrong. Kind of. But basically, it's a city that's perfect. Like, way too perfect. I did this differently, and I just need to add a different group. Oh shit. Come on, man. Now this glow is out of place. Let's add a different group. And let's add here's the name. It's now the city center, and this is now part of the financial district. And here's the Blue Forest, which already finished. And then you have here the polar, which is where this thing will appear with some stars. First, let's go to this trigger. Yeah, here. 78. No opacity. Let's throw it at 40. Let's see how it looks with that opacity. The high and low detail mode will be added once everything is finished. Now let's put. It's decent. I need to get to take that picture of the Eclipse logo. By the way, that building you saw earlier, that was supposed to be a background, but it failed. Failed background it was. Can I just get to select this thing, then you? Actually, I can use just this. It's not that good. Not that is what, unfortunately. So I need to make it a bit bigger. I think this opacity is actually way too low. Yeah, I'm fine with this. So we have the Eclipse finished, kind of. So let's just link it. Easier selection. And then we need to make some stars, while also making sure that it's at the right place. Because we need to put it centered. Also, the name playtesters still end up in the end screen. And by the way, for the end screen, talking about it, the Eclipse will also be visible in the end screen, because that's where you end up in the folder with. So the idea I have in my mind now, execution is still for debate, but the idea is to have an Eclipse in the folder with the skyline of Blue Utopia. Hello, Cam165HD, how you doing? Right, so here we have it. Yeah, we're going to put this here. Let's maybe even rotate it. I fear something. So we need to put it higher. I fear something is wrong. I made a crucial mistake. Need to unlink it. Yeah, that's what I feared. It's T1. That's actually very bad. Well, whatever. I mean, I'm not going to change it anymore. I'm not in the mood for that. I hope everyone, by the way, who is watching is doing well today. Guess what? Tomorrow we're going to stream again. Blue Utopia, but even longer. Because we want this level to be finished as soon as possible. And at least we have this part already finished. We can maybe even add more effects where I have an idea for, but I'll prefer to keep that a secret. But first we need to grab everything here. Put this on T2. Oh, actually, I just 20. Z actually. I don't know whether if it's negative is below or up. Right, so I haven't linked it. Let's do that first. Also, I still many things I need to remove, because it was for when I had plans to use my standard design, book design, but that's not gonna happen anymore. And I need to fix something. Yeah, layer, go put the no glow on it. Oh shit, let's just move this here. Lots of things to remove, fortunately. Lots of things to do, oh my god. I don't even have an idea, but let's just, I think for the background, just not make it gray anymore, but preferably dark blue. Yeah, let's go for that dark blue. Copy, and then let's just paste it everywhere. On only these things. That's basically it. Now we have this beautiful eclipse. And we are going to put it here, and the plan also, I still need to try and work that out and maybe get some inspiration from Dream Travel again. That basically just flat land. Then one row of power lines reaching into the horizon. And then basically the thing is just caused, the light is caused by the eclipse. Not very realistic, like eclipses with the sun always happen during the day. But now I'm actually curious, now I want to Google it. Alright, I googled it, and because I asked on Google question, like, can you see the stars during a total eclipse? And the answer is yes. So let's see it on the Reddit. What? It's that it's possible to see the stars during this total eclipse, and that was basically where I need to answer on. So that makes also the logo from the eclipse ride like logic, like plausible as a possible. First, we're going to remove these lines because these are not useful anymore. I still need to think about the idea for the block design, and for that we need to get Dream Travel for inspiration. And for other parts we also need to head to Night Rider for inspiration as well. First we need to remove this, and this might take a while, which is also kind of boring task. I should have never placed these lines in the first place. That's completely useless. Need to watch out here though with the H blocks. I think that this half is done. Still literally no idea for the block design. I mean, the background is fine, and so is the end screen. But then again, I'm gonna repeat it. I have good when I have ideas. The execution is most of the time disappointing. But maybe it's not the case this time. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's actually good execution. We'll see. Oh fuck! That was Eclipse. My god. Let's move further up to be safe. As these lines were supposed to be for the old block design, which you can find in Thunderlord, Strokes of Finality, X of Ascendancy, but differently. But that old block design was supposed to be here as well. But we're not gonna do that. Not anymore. Because I want something new. And that's what we're going to do with Blue Utopia. Because I also want to experiment myself with what I can do. And for these things I need to watch out because they H blocks. There's nothing there, that's good. More of those stupid things. Now, even in this finish, we're still not done yet because there are other parts I still have to remove them as well. And honestly, it sucks to delete this because every time I have to replace something, I later use the no glow button again. And it was crazy that Tilburg has been 1 week ago. Like, those were great times, honestly. I've spoken to many great people, met amazing people. And I'm really excited for the next edition, which is in a year. Unfortunately. Hopefully by then I graduated and finish and can receive my train driver's license. That would be awesome. There's still lots of work I need to do for that. So yeah. First of all, I need to clean my room. And then also in the train, on Saturday I need to get rest. Also, like the days before, I need to get some rest. Because the journey will be big. And even longer than I had originally planned. Because there's a friend of mine who I will visit. So I need to continue from Utrecht Centraal to a different place, which I'm not going to mention. Because I want to not dox that friend. But the thing is, like, I have a subscription. Which makes traveling during off-peak hours free. I pay for that 49 euros for 1 month. After that, it's going to be again 194 euros again. And I want to pay that, so I need to keep an eye on that subscription itself. But things like that description doesn't cover the costs for the bus. So that means I need to take a detour through a different city to reach Utrecht without paying a single penny for the bus. And why Utrecht? Well, the night jet departs from there. I think it already starts at Amsterdam, but I'm not going there. Because when I booked the ticket, I want to do the closest station to me. Where it goes to, which is not Arnhem, it's not Amsterdam, it's Eindhoven. No, not Eindhoven. It doesn't even go there, by the way. I don't even live near Eindhoven. It's like a few hours away. Eindhoven, I've been there yesterday for the fun fair, but like that cost me like a few hours to travel because of a switch that was broken, a switch failure at Stormbos. The closest station where that night yet to Innsbruck departs is Utrecht, so that's where I go to. Still like an hour away. At least. Again, I'm very excited for the adventure. I'm probably not gonna get an hour of sleep because it's a vehicle and I cannot sleep in vehicles. I tried it before and I never succeeded. So it's not gonna be any different like next week. And here the wave part, the ship, is easy actually to delete the stuff. And I just God dang it. So the boring part is gonna be done now, all removing these lines and then selecting everything and turn on no glow and don't fade out enter. And then we continue back to the backgrounds and also play Dream Travel and Night Rider to get some inspiration, because yeah, those two levels are the best regarding that. And why Dream Travel? Well, basically because one part, the final part, and because I also want to have fun with the level, even though I haven't been it yet. I still want to play it fully, because why not? And those eyes from the cluster monster we will keep. The cluster monster with its narrowing eyes. Actually, I'm gonna delete the eyes and put it back now. That's, I think. Yeah, I think we need to do this differently. Done. Can replace this again. Let's this thing down as well. I don't think I need to replace. God dang it. Yeah. We're almost done. Right, so we have the wave over there. See, there's still that thing I need to delete. There we go. And here I need to pay attention because of this thing. Oh, wait. That's also the D block. You're getting confused a lot. There was a double one over there. I really don't like doing this thing, the deleting the line, but it's just needed. Otherwise we can't continue. Hey, there was a block over here behind it. I don't know why, but I decided to do this, but yeah, it's needed. Oh shit, I deleted something. Let's put it back. My god. If I accidentally delete the line, it's not that big an issue. I just need to replace it. Can be a bit frustrating though sometimes when I forget I have to swipe still on. With swipe deleting goes much faster. And I haven't done a cosplay stream in a while, but that's mainly because I'm working on a new one I made myself. It's not finished yet, but I'm working on it. Should be finished somewhere next week. Like I've already, it's actually going to be a few cosplays I've done before combined. Like 3 in total. My first original character, Zila, from Star Rail, and Exushai, the new Covenant from for Arc Knights. Those 3 characters combined will be my next cosplay and my second original character. However, the thing is, it's actually going to be a female, so yeah. However, I think I can spoil a bit about it. So basically, I'll take the wig from Zila, the jacket from Exushai, and some other details from my original character. So I think maybe tomorrow I'm working on it when I still need to clean my room though. So that, but here's something. God. Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting I have to swipe on still. So annoying. What's that? She's the one? No, it wasn't. It's the wind. Like, it wasn't that hot in my room then yesterday. Yesterday was quite warm. I can't wait till I've finally done this work. Of deleting this crap. see, are there lines here? Yeah, there are indeed. Then we're sure that we didn't delete actually, that's the one to face. Also very important to double check. The bigger structures we're doing with swipe, the smaller ones not. Because I'm not sure whether that I don't accidentally delete those H blocks which have multiple structures. I hope, by the way, because this level got kind of involved with the drama I was involved in a different community, and now that community, like the group of the person that spread hate about me for a while, knows about this level. I hope that when the level is eventually finished and released, they're not going to attack the level or spread hate about the level. Because that would be very stupid. Because the mistake I put in this level, which is already deleted, purpose, then that mistake gets put forward again. Well, it's in the past again. What I did is wrong. Yeah. Let's hope it does happen. Here I can do just this. God dang it. God dang it. We're so close near the end of finishing this boring part of the construction and things go wrong. Not great. Also, by the way, I spoke again with my colleagues about the drama, and again they see where, like, disclaimer, those are not my words, but again they found the person who caused it, name not mentioned for reasons and on purpose, not mentioned, but the person who started the drama I was involved in, they can call her something bad. I'm not even gonna mention what they call her, and in other words, they found it the drama very stupid, and let's say nicely, the person that she is a bad person. Just let's again, those are not my words. Those are generally not my words. And that person, yeah, that person fell on the back of her head. And also, by the way, those people, those colleagues, they are the type that usually like disagree with me a lot. So the fact they agree with something, that says enough. That they agree on something. And I say, because usually my colleagues disagree. Also at work why there has also been some beef. This is by the way irrelevant to the drama. Basically, two colleagues hate each other so much that like they hate each other very badly, and one of them was trying to what do you call it? I don't know what the word for it in English. The script translate. Negotiate, that was it. That colleague tried to negotiate with my boss for the working times, because the thing, like, he hates that colleague that much. And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna work for you anymore when the main team manager is gone. Because that colleague said very bad shit about him. And he's been done with it that much that yeah. It's not good. And he got a few offers, but because he spoke with me about it during the break. And he explained his offers and his demands. And I tried to convince them, yeah, man, it's not gonna happen. It's like, because the reason my boss gave him was very valid. I'm not gonna say it because otherwise I'm doxing myself, kind of. Well, I'm like, yeah, but mate, it's how it is, and the other reason they gave, which were valid. But honestly, it was kind of stubborn. It's okay to dislike someone, but sometimes you just have to deal with it. That's something I should have told myself earlier and acted to earlier this year before the drama, because I refused to let go, which led to the outburst and everything. And we're finally done. Yeah, this sucked. Alright, so we are heading now to Tree Travel. Played fully once. And then maybe get some inspiration for Project Blue Utopia for the Polar part. And also, I liked the song Grim Grinning Ghost, that's why I played it. So we're also looking at the background itself. And however, at the end, so this might take a while. And the song is just beautiful on this one. I just love the song By Day By Night. It's a shame that the music of the author of this song, like the creator of the song, I forgot. The song of this artist who is behind this song is not on Spotify. At least I couldn't find it. Kinda a shame, because I could easily put this on when I'm traveling. Like the trip to Düsseldorf was a good one. Or the one I have next week. By the way, I plan on committing a bit of a troll next week. Because the thing is, a convention for cosplayers is ongoing then in Veldhoven, Abnai. I'm not going there, but the thing is, like, I'm at Utrecht Centraal when it's ongoing and people go to Eindhoven Centraal, because yeah, they need to go there to get to Veldhoven, I think. And I could theoretically just put out a trolling, hey, I'm on my way to Abu. Well, in reality, I'm not. Because in reality, I'm first visiting a friend of mine. More a bit in the east. And then I'm heading back to Utrecht, where I have to wait to explore the city a bit. Kill some time. Before I go to Austria. And I hope there are a few enemies. Because of the drama. I hope they don't have to travel via Utrecht and are there at the same time as I am. Because I think like I go very early because I need to take a detour. And I also want to be at a certain time, at a certain place, so I can hang out with a friend of mine longer. I hope they go via Nijmegen instead. And not via Utrecht, because then otherwise things might get a bit heated. Again, by the way, I'm not mentioning the province or anything like that. Because I still say Nijmegen. For the people who are living in Drenthe, Groningen, Friesland, Overijssel, van to go to Eindhoven, I think that's how it seems to me that go to Eindhoven is faster if you go take the train via Nijmegen, because you need to switch at Stogenbos anyway. And I don't see the skulls, my goodness. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll see. Did I miss? I think I missed that skull again. And I'm stuck in here. Oh wait, the spin board's already done. Again, I'm not gonna see any cosplayers, definitely, like, or many, because I'm not going through Eindhoven on my way to Innsbruck. I mean, my train doesn't stop there. I'm in this bad, or just a bad attempt. I think I'm definitely gonna encounter some cosplayers anyway, because the convention. I don't know at the time of the convention. Well, I think like I'm still at Utrecht around 6 o'clock. But I don't know how long I will be in Utrecht, because of course I'm visiting that friend of mine a bit in the east. Not where a certain enemy lives. Like far away from that place. I would prefer to stay away from that. However, there's one thing I fear actually, because I go after fun fairs, and there are a few rides I chase a lot. As in, like, when I see that they're at the fun fair, I'm going there, regardless of the size. I mean, I've had that with Zevenaar. The reactor is my favorite ride, and the fun fair Zevenaar is very small. I went to Zevenaar, that small fun fair, just for the reactor. So if one of my favorite rides is at the place where the enemy lives, I'm kind of screwed. These days, the things might get very awkward. I'm not gonna review anymore. I think I've revealed too much. And why am I going after so many fun fairs? I'm making montages now from fun fairs. Already made one from Tilburg, Eindhoven as well. The one from my hometown is already done. Like they were somewhere in May or June or something, maybe for April. I forgot. Dordrecht was also ended already. Which more best is already done. I think the big ones that are still coming up are Weert, Nijmegen. Nijmegen has multiple fun fairs, and the big one was always during autumn. I remember that because I've been to that fun fair in the past. And the big one was always later during the year, but it does well. I'm definitely going to try to go to Weert, because I think that one is one of the biggest. I really need to Google that actually. Which one's bigger, Uden or Weert? Because Uden I missed. I couldn't go there because of Tilburg. I missed it. I missed it. However, I read online that Weert was actually one of the the best fun fairs in the countries. In the country, like they say in Dutch, say it, the toppers van de kermis. Well, Weert is one of them. Don't know however the size actual, because I know it's big, but how big I don't know. This background right away in it. So basically, it seems like it's just flat and it just stops the power lines at a certain point. They just stop. Where at the place where it's very bright. And there's boxes because the farmlands. I just Google it. Let's see the size. Number 1 Tilburg. What else? Number 2 is Weert. Weert is actually the second largest. Damn. Then wait, Barkilaria is number 3. I thought that was best. I think this one is incorrect. Because best is also existent. There's a different side, cameras and all. And I need to look at types from Fletcher hotels. Right, and the number 1 is Tilburg. It was Hoorn. I'm going there later on. Best is nowhere present. What the frick? Best is huge. I mean, I know Hoorn is also huge. Okay, it seems like Weert is actually bigger than Uden and best. You also have Leiden's ontzet. Maar the one from Leiden is at the bad timing, because that one is like very short. Like 1 or 2 days or something. But it turns out the one from Eindhoven is actually far from small. Well, then I unexpectedly walked in one of the biggest fun fairs yesterday. Wasn't the plan. Happened anyway. Let's head to a different layer. Let's put a layer 43. So, we take the eclipse here. We're going to make a put in a temporary color trigger here. Just one temporarily. Make this bright blue, so we can see things better. I think I actually do it here already. Where are those grass blocks here? We'll make them black. Right, let's take this. Then we make it a bit bigger over here. Or maybe, I don't know. Good, now we're making the background for the polar. That's our struggle already. We're not going to make this float. Which layer is this? B1, so we're putting some blocks, black ones on B3 and put then some glow on B2 between it. Let's do the glow first. I don't know how it's gonna work out. So this is on B2. That's good. That's good. Then we put some black ones below it. Won't be right. Maybe we can maybe use the smaller ones. It should be, I don't know where they are. Wait, I remember where they are. I think somewhere around here. Here they are. Then how it's gonna work, if it will work, we're going to find out in a second. Hopefully it does its job. Actually, I need to look again at that. I have the thumbnail for that, thankfully. Now we're just gonna copy the level and head to the final part, just see how it's done. It's a bit lighter, but the thing is, like, this one is during dusk. And what we're doing is during an eclipse. But that's just different. So that's the hard part. I can make these power lines, that's not hard. I can do that. But I struggle with this. The key difference is this one's at dusk. When the sun is setting. The sun is going down. What we're doing, it's during the day, but everything is black, like darker, because there's a total eclipse happening in the polar where you're going through. So that makes it hard. Like, I don't know how to do it. At least we're learning something. I mean, I know a bit more how to make an eclipse. Just because I tried to replicate the logo, which failed severely. It didn't have the effect I wanted. And I swear, if my friend is going to pull me into the eclipse right Monday, I'm going to take 5 rides back to back in the reactor. And I prefer to vomit than that I'm going upside down in a terrifying thing, while having near miss after near miss. I feel like it's making like, yeah. At least we have taken a look at it long enough. I think, like, I want to focus on the ground first because that's the most important. Then afterwards we can head to the power lines and eventually the stars. Like, there is some distance. Yeah, maybe we can just make it a bit lighter anyway. Just give it a try. First go to black and then make it a bit lighter. Let's more this way. That's a bit too. And also we're at the issue that the blocks under it are still black. Still need to fix that as well. Then we have this paint because I didn't properly layer it. We're going to do things differently. We're going to put the grass on a different layer. Because this is not going anywhere. Don't. And the thing, I'm not making like hilly, as in like, kind of makes it a hill, because the boulder I know is flat. Wait. Oh. What the hell? We copied it? Wow. They know that they were stacked upon each other. Generally didn't know that I did that. At least we have to delete some stuff. Ah, it's that little part. All the backgrounds will be, by the way, high detail mode. So when you have a device that's not able to run this level, for example, then you can turn on low detail mode, so some details will not be visible, just so you can play the level. Low detail mode is also very common on many levels. This one goes to layer 14. This one goes to layer 13. Oh shit. At least we have the glow now on a separate layer. Then put this grass on a different layer. 15. And then I'm going to change that color a bit darker. Let's select this all. Make it also color 148. I think the glow is a bit too bright, and the colors still might be a bit too light. I think mainly the biggest issue is the glow. Was somewhere in the 10s. Yeah, here, 14. Take a different color. Actually going to copy this, make it a bit lighter. I'm gonna make it blending. The glow isn't even needed. My god. They could have just done it without the glow, and the result would have been good anyway. Well, let's move this up. And this down. At least we know how to do it. Just copy paste this. And we can make it lighter again. Now we delete this. And this will be on and replaced with bigger blocks. 184 was 148 or 84. Whatever. This color. Wait a minute. This is 180. 400 ones. Oh. Oh, I think this one's a bit more transparent. Yeah, usually I was like, yeah, it looks the same. I think I can use it. Nope, I can't use it. Let's go here and a little bit back. It better work this time. Correct layer, and let's see. Yeah, this is actually good. So then we repeat this process, but then with a bit lighter color. So we copy this, put it here, a bit lighter. Copy this again and give it this color as well. I think maybe blue is actually better instead of black. I know this way, yeah, it's a bit dead. So let's go for blue instead. You're in the blue world. So let's make this bright blue. Like dark blue actually. Like darker. This. Copy that and then we paste it here. Right, yeah, here. Make it a bit lighter. And I copy this and paste it here. Make it even more light. I think I like where this is going. But now I messed up. The 120 was for the eclipse. But then we have one easy solution. Different color. And then make it dark blue again. And I think we have a good start with the background, so let's take a little break. And also gonna grab a phone, so I'll be right back. The phone was recharging. So if something happens, I can read it. Or say you, I don't know. Got some notifications, but not like very crucial ones. Mainly spam. Mainly lots of spam. Still checking a few more things. It is nothing significant. One more thing. That one expired. For people seeing it. There's one level we're gonna play, and then we head back. There's a level I want to beat eventually because I just like the song, and it's quite fun. Grim Grinning Ghosts. And this is the Run and Run song, I know. Oh shit, there's a dash orb. I really like the song. It's a shame that this was not on Spotify. I really love this. I really want to put it on repeat because I just love it. I don't know why. It was very fun, this. And the singing to the song is very well. I don't even know what the text was over there. I love this level and the song. Maybe they added the song to Spotify now. I hope so, but last I checked, it wasn't. But that was like a long time ago. Turn off offline mode. Wait. The song, it's available, but it's not from the Living Tombstone, unfortunately. That's kind of disappointing. I have to turn on my mic because otherwise I get a copyright strike or something into my head. I don't want that. Alright, after some searching, it's the version I like. This one is not available on Spotify, which is very disappointing because I don't like it. It is the greatest version of the song. Alright, so like this, we need to look. So I'm gonna to do some tests by putting an object here and putting the eclipse here. I'll make it a bit smaller. This tool, by the warp tool, is very revolutionary. This orbital, it's not gameplay. This is just a test to see how far we can look. I'm putting it just here. Just putting it here. And that the font can remain there. I don't really give a fuck. I hope this screen looks good. And well, that's one stupid mistake. It's a block to high. So that's an easy fix. We just select this all and just move it one down. Do the same here. Move it one down. Here also move it one down. So for the eclipse and this. We just need to look like how far can we look. Right, so basically already before this structure. So this can be smaller. And now we know, because this will move with us, but you're slightly faster. So now we know that we need to focus on the power lines. This one B1, so 1's gonna be on B1 -1. So and for this, by the way, we'll make it dark blue. However, we will not copy the power lines from Dream Travel. So we're trying to make our own, and for that we used what I call the experimental zone, which is basically everything below the level. Just going to give it the color, just black again. I think just 120. Trying to make something a power line myself with this heavy poor experience. I have no white line to use. Yeah, let's just go for this. Just taking a picture of an power line, or what do you call it in English? High voltage pylon. Picture high voltage pylon. We have enough picture of a high voltage pylon. And what that picture looks the same generally. But things like that, all like these trusses in the middle, and when Dream Travel, some like typical American truss, right, or like pylon. Actually, not too typical American. I mean, I've seen them in Limburg as well. Like they're older and smaller. So we're trying to make them ourselves, and I have used the wrong color once again. 120 here. think the one we're going to make is like very difficult. Write idea on paper, but again the execution fails again. Like I remember maybe like the ones from nearby actually. Can try to replicate that. Man, they're not the same as the one from Dream Travel. But they're not very difficult either. I mean, I have this big high voltage pylons. And what the frick is this doing? Oh, goodness. But also like the smaller ones. See them here, but I need to find the perfect spot. I think, yeah, here there are many trees as well. I mean, there was one spot where I've been to. The camera, oh, yeah, here. I can't show you it because otherwise I'm doxing myself. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, that's actually a good one. Make them 3 blocks high, and then here a bit smaller. And the middle is a bit longer. Then we need to make those things which are very small. So when you're looking away, like for the thing that's at the other side of it, it's actually longer than the rest. Oh, that's not a good idea. This thing is like in the way. I can't zoom in closer. Ah, this is easier. However, I need to use a slider limit hack for that. This tool actually, I never used this tool, but now actually I'm going to take a picture of that. Maybe I'm just going to find a video of the final part from Dream Travel, because we're doing lots of inspiration from the final part from Dream Travel for the polder part. To get inspiration for our own power lines. So like, I will put in the credits like at the end screen that some inspiration comes from Dream Travel, especially the power lines. And there's a horizontal, so it doesn't really matter. Actually, are just going to do it this way. I don't really care about the. Yeah, and Dream Travel also this is the same. Go to select this and move this a bit more up, because it's actually way too low. Later we'll just link it and use the warp tool to make it smaller. And now let's take this thing. Wow, it's actually way too small. Hey, that's just... this is not good. I think we maybe made it a bit too small. I think we definitely made a crucial mistake. Guys, it's a good power line. However, it doesn't look too good. Needs to be bigger. Let's just do it. I mean, we have the design now. So we're going to use this for reference now. And so I can close this. We have also the ones with the pole straight down. So let's just actually just copy this one. And build the one similar to it. Next to it. Let's see which one's better. This needs to be vertical. And then I need to go to maps again. Maybe there's a different place where I could see it, power lines. Yeah, there's the building in the way. God, for God's sake. And here it's going into the ground. I think. Or is it? Yeah, it's going in the ground again. Because there you have the big ones with the big truss things. So then I think maybe we can put it here. It does it again with triangles. Let's take a look here. Here it's all straight. I have maybe a different place. Seems like it's all just. They're all with, yeah, they're all triangles. Yeah, then it doesn't really matter anyway. From a certain perspective, it looks like it's straight, it's hanging down, but it's not. Need to make it a bit thicker. Again, I need to look at tree travel again. Why is it not loading? Shit is definitely not working with me, seems like. Yeah, alright, it seems like it's all at the back layer. Going smaller, like. So maybe I can use the warp tool after all for this. Still I'm very picky about how it looks actually. So, right, so let's link this thing. Power lines are easy to do. In my opinion, it's more like the high voltage pylons that are. This one needs to be at B4, I think. Actually, make it. Yeah, this is B2, so this needs to be on B3. Guys, we don't need to worry about this, because this is gonna stay here. I definitely picked a hard pylon. But it's design. Well, let's make it just disappear behind the eclipse. Then that's a good place, maybe. If it keeps on going, well, or maybe that's actually a bit hard. Actually, this one needs to be a bit bigger then. I think the distance is also uneven. Or maybe you can also just make it go to the ground, maybe, or something like. There's a building over here. Yeah, let's just do that. Make a black building. We have lights in it. Which is then the powerhouse. You see the lines going into here. But you don't see the details because it's happening behind the building. That's actually a good idea. I have no idea for the color actually, so like this. I suck at making buildings, by the way. This is layer OB1, this would be B2. And this is then B2 as well. Yeah, so in terms of layering, this is correct. And this is, yeah, B2 as well, but then this needs to be on. Good layer, make it be -3. Hopefully the problem is solved then. is mixed well. It's kind of working. Wait, what was -1? Then it's on top of it. Then it's behind it. Alright, now we learned something regarding layering. That's good. We're learning. Now we only need to like make a bit lighter things for the windows. Need to put it centered here, however that's not an easy task. Free move. Hey, this is actually good. God dang it. Hey. Select the wrong thing. Things are definitely looking better than I used to, and that's the first time I actually make a background I'm actually proud of. That's not terrible. Shit. This is me too. Now it's solved. Now it's solved. Almost fully. Here's still B1. That's very good. It's not good. Now it is. Well, honestly, this is not too bad. Hello, Bly from IKEA. Welcome to stream and good job on getting 91 channel. Hell, I'm not a fan of hell. Honestly. Actually, we can also make more smaller buildings over here. But first we make the power lines. Let's just copy this and just steal this thing. This line. Maybe I have actually an easy idea. We need to just take this and go for this. I think it's... Well, the idea was there, but it's terrible. Maybe is the warp tool better? Nope, it's not really that bad. Also, I swear, also just saying the text. Oh. Well, good that you're saying that. Let me change that. Oh shit. And now we have the big issue making the power lines. Maybe using this one. This one may be a good one. But we're trying to make a power line. Without spamming objects. So now we make this a bit. Yeah. I think it's better just to. God dang it. To just steal this thing and just spam it all over the place. And it's not easy. And actually I'm just going to do this on a different layer. Is it based off a real city or some fictional city? The power lines here are actually based on the power lines nearby, for me nearby. Like we have multiple power lines, high voltage pylons, and this one is based on those pylons near my home. The story, however, is fictional regarding the lore of the story. Let's start with this. And also I'm just trying to make a city myself, because I don't usually make these things, and it's my first time actually make a background detail like this. And the thing, the big one, like this thing, this is actually an attempted logo I tried to recreate from an actual fun fair ride that exists in real life and I've seen yesterday. And just need to extend this thing. However, it failed, but then I'm like, hey, the eclipse doesn't look actually that bad, so I decided to use it as a background for the background. Also, I showed it to a colleague of mine, how he found it looking the logo, and he said actually that it wasn't that as bad as I was claiming it was. And that guy is a very smart guy, and if it was actually bad, then he would not hesitate to say it. Make it 13 maybe? Oh, that's small. Well, that's actually not bad. It's a shame that it's going to the freaking wrong thing. It was supposed to go to this one. Oh my god, that's a mistake I made myself. I think this is definitely the best background I made so far. I think like I don't really need much looking up, because I know how the power lines look like in real life, because they're literally not that far away from me. Like within 10 minutes of cycling I'm already there. Actually, move this one a bit lower, because this one goes here. Just stay at your position, god dang it. Here we need to make it a bit smaller. Well, this is definitely not bad. So now let's just paste. We can copy paste this, I think. So let's just first put this here. And put this one here. This is gonna just be copy pasted basically. Because one wire is done, you can just copy paste it to the rest. Alright, when the power lines are done, by the way, I'm going to wrap it up and save my progress. Because some people need to sleep soon. So some people have a long journey ahead, and it's not me this time. Tomorrow we'll be back streaming again, of course. So first, let's focus on these power lines. I know the time when they were going to sleep, so that's good. So then I can keep an eye on that. But definitely, I don't want to get overconfident, but my goodness, I'm definitely, honestly, I'm quite proud of making these things. And the background so far. And it also shows that I'm learning. And then generally makes me excited even more for what the final result will be, because this is one background, and after this we need only one more background, and then we can do the rest. We're going to link it now. Oh shit, then it's looking ugly. I thought the copy paste would work, but nope. Copy paste is not working. And there's still so many pylons left. Let's just maybe start working on the one going down here. They can just straight. It's not too hard. There's at least one thing out of the way. Let's act like there is like a thing where behind this house, there's this building, is the place where the power lines go to and go into the ground. Let's pretend that's the case here. Because they also go like straight to the ground like this. A little bit more sharp actually. Whatever, I don't really care. I think that maybe we can put some buildings more here, like the edge. I don't know actually. Yeah, we can maybe just make the. I think this is actually good. Some buildings here, here only the pylons. Oh. I think it's actually good, and it really gives a bolder vibe. Then put this one more higher up in the sky. Let's also just start working on these things. The only thing we need to do is just make them bigger. And for that we have just this one. A bit shorter. Right, we have them right finished here. We're actually going to work actively very hard on this level to reach our goal. To finish it before my birthday. This one would want to have it finished. But we need to make 3 backgrounds because I also have the finance district still left. Now here the big pylon. So we make it bigger. I had the idea to make these truss pylons, but I find them like very hard to do. And also, this level, I think that's gonna be it's definitely going to be opposite of what I made so far. And there will be some more lines, but they will go out of range, like out of sight. Going to try once again if it works. Connecting this by just nope. Maybe the warp tool actually works now. And I have an issue here. And this is not working anyway, so yeah. I have to do it all over again, manually. And though they're not touching each other, the lines, they're just crossing over each other. If they're gently touching each other, then it will be very dangerous. Right, that's one down, another one down. I think I'm going to wrap things up very soon. I just... God dang it. Again, I'm very excited now for Blue Utopia myself. The most annoying part, like the thing I don't dislike the most, has yet to come, which is the verification. And because a full solo project, I'm not going to use a verifier. The only person that's not me who got involved in this level is a friend who was playtester. Wait, I forgot also the lines need to go from there down. We'll look at that later. I should maybe next time just turn on some background music for these quiet moments. So that's definitely I'm going to add as well in the future. And here it just disappears behind it. We are going to finish this very soon. Or very soon is a big word, but we're doing our best for it. I think I'm wrapping things up very soon, because for you it's also a bit boring without music. Tomorrow we'll continue. Off stream I'll continue as well. If I try to finish the backgrounds of the polder today. I'll do my best for that. And oh shit. I need to check this one. And tomorrow we will be back again with working on the backgrounds from Blue Utopia, but that with some background music, because this kind of work for you guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys later. Bye bye.